Good morning, everyone. And this is your daily tarot reading from the Ravenwood Healer. I have to apologize to you for the quality of this video. It's been a week. I've been very, very busy. I've been burning the candle on both ends. And so this one's a quick and dirty one on the go, but I need to make sure that I get all of you out the tarot of the day. So as you can see, the table's half set, but we're going to have to go with that. So we have Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. And let's see what we have. We have Earth is the Lovers, Air is the Six of Pentacles, Fire we have the Three of Swords. Ouch. And Water we have the inverted Queen of Cups. It's very interesting. Last night I was reading at Black Bar, and everybody in the readings that I was giving, it's a different spread that I use there, got the Queen of Cups. So let's just start it up and see what happens. In the house of Earth, we have the Lovers. Now, Earth is all about your living space, work, physical nurturing, food, everything you can imagine. And here we have the Lovers. And in this case, it refers to the melding of our head and our heart and giving us the direction we need to go to. Some of us may be in a position where we're physically not happy where we are, and it's not in alignment with our greater cause. So, example would be being financially well off in a career that you despise, or enjoying a job that's never going to get you anywhere. With this card in this house, we kind of need to realize that we just need to keep plugging away with those things that are good for us. Try and groom the things out that aren't good for us, and just kind of move forward in that. Six of Pentacles is the next card, and that's in the house of Air. And this is all about our thoughts and all about our disciplines. And the problem is that when we start getting all of our thoughts and disciplines in order, we kind of can fall back into old habits, let's say. So with the Six of Pentacles, it's reminding you to be charitable with yourself and realize that you've made a couple mistakes. And it's time for us to walk forward through those mistakes with re-embracing that discipline and that thought, especially when it comes to the world of our work. So we see ourselves kind of calming down. It's been a week. It's been a really tough week, and it's been a really good week. And right now we're being reminded that those weeks of being tough and being good at the same time take a shit ton out of us, but we just need to embrace it and move forward. Now comes a hard one. The Three of Swords in the House of Passions, in the House of Wands. Some of the things that we thought we knew or understood aren't real. We've created a very strong illusion for ourselves. And that very strong illusion has put us into a position where we've been severely disappointed and almost to a heartbreaking level. Forgive yourself. That's the big key here. Sometimes we step off on a very passionate and very hard-hitting adventure, expecting lots, and then in the end, we get nothing. Forgive yourself. If you don't take those steps, you don't see the failure, you don't learn from it. Even if you build a house that crumbles to the earth, you've learned how to build a foundation, right? Now, in our water cup, we have a water card. We have the Queen of Cups, and it's inverted. And this goes back into the finding the good in the bad, and the being charitable to ourselves, and the being charitable with our passions, and realizing that we didn't go down the road we should have. A lot of us are emotionally distraught and beaten up about that, and we're kind of harboring this resentment towards ourselves. It's important for us to forgive ourselves yet again with this one. We need to seriously start looking inward and accepting the things that we can't change. The old, what the heck was that? Prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, right? To understand, or to understood instead of understand, right? To love instead of being loved. We have to start loving ourselves and go on that blind faith with ourselves that what we did was our best, and it doesn't really matter what anyone else says. So yeah, it's one of those things, right, where you have to maintain your honor, keep it in check, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you have left. It's a day of lots of reflection, inward healing, and moving forward today. Our head card is Apt, the Devil, or the Shadow side on this case. So there's an actual song I'm thinking about doing a review by, and it's by a guy named Tom McDonald. He's a rapper, and it's called Greatest Rapper Ever, and it talks about how we always sit there and beat the living crap out of ourselves for who we are, and it leads to depression, and it leads to anxiety, and it leads to addiction. And this is very important for us. We've gone through a hell of a lot, and these cards show us we've gone through a hell of a lot. And it's time for us to be charitable and love ourselves in spite of all those things that we can beat ourselves up and over. So sit down and journal. Write out everything that you hate about yourself, then burn that page, right? Write out everything that you could have done better, and then aspire to be that page. Write out your objectives and make sure that you're clear on them. Time for some forward movement. The second card, the heart card, we have the Seven of Cups, which tells us something very awesome in this reading. I should probably actually this way. It tells us something very awesome in this reading. We've had a lot happen. We can choose the outcome. We can choose to let the shadow take over and destroy our lives through addiction and bad habits, or we can choose the options that are in front of us and move bravely in a new direction and onto the horizon. It's one of those days where we have to accept we've gone through shit, and it's time to start healing and moving forward. And that, my friends, is the Ravenwood Healer Tarot reading for today, the 20th of July. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Check me out on Facebook. If you need to talk, shoot me a message. It's been a hard week. And if you want a reading, shoot me another message. Also, you can come check me out tomorrow, which would be Thursday at Craft and Cork on White Avenue in Edmonton. I'll be doing some readings there, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.